Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm David Camper Van Man. If you're here for the first time, warm welcome to you, and do stay tuned because there's loads of stuff that we do. Restoration work, van conversion work, and all sorts of other interesting stuff. Now, I've been converting Volkswagen transporters for about 15 years and I have amassed a number of spares. And just yesterday a chap came to me saying he wanted a passenger seat for a Volkswagen Transporter T5.1, and it just so happens I have enough bits to build one. So this is largely all the components we need to build a passenger seat. And if you know your transporters, you'll know that front passenger seats for transporters are hen's teeth, gold dust, you name it, all the cliches you like. And I am going to build him one, so I decided that it would be a good opportunity to make a video. This seat I've got behind me is just the bare bones of a driver's seat, but we're using it as a reference point. So this reference point is just so that I can be 100% sure that all the bits are going in the passenger seat are in the correct place. I've done it loads of times before, but it's a while since I've done one. So I think the first thing we've got to do is get our seat back onto our seat base. So I'll move all this stuff out of the way first and then we can get cracking on the job. So let's move all the surplus parts for now. Okay, so we've got these spline head bolts and they have a little bit of blue locking compound on it because you don't want these seats falling apart. Good, so we have this adjuster for the lumbar, which has to go on the side, so we'll see how that's routed. Okay, so we need to take this bracket off at the side here. I think it's T30 or T35. I suspect I could have got away with putting that on without taking the bracket off, but it actually just made it a little bit easier. Okay, so now we just follow the route of the cable. Yeah, just clip it on. There's a little clip here, just at the insides here. And we've got too many clips here, so got a wee hammer to put it on. Good. Okay, I think we should put seat belt on now. Get this down here. Double check the tightness of everything as you're going along. Good. And then because the seatbelt socket has got a wire on it, we should route that. I don't think they're going to have a seatbelt warning light on the passenger side, but we will just put it on nonetheless. Just have these tight enough that it's not going to go anywhere. You don't need to grip it so tightly that the wire is going to be damaged. So let's put the foam on. Now it's quite easy to slip it over the frame. Just make sure the foam is tidy and not getting nipped anywhere, and our armrest brackets are in the right place. So we can now put the trim on it. Now we will be using some hog ring pliers, so we've got to kind of get it in place and then roll it back up a bit I'm not using any polythene to do this. I know that some trimmers use polythene, but I'm not really doing enough of these to be set up for that. Just don't pull it too tight, you might break some of the stitches. For the headrest holes, just spread the fabric round and it will go round unless it gets caught. Good, so I need to roll it back up on itself. So we're going to have to secure this in here and then hog ring this piece in bit by bit. Right, so on these seats there is a plastic bead and it just snaps into the clips at the top of the seat. That's the easiest bit. And there is a wire with 4 recesses and 4 corresponding holes in the fabric with this another piece of plastic, and we will be using hog rings and fitting them with hog ring pliers. It's actually quite a satisfying job. So we just need to roll the fabric down enough to get our first hog ring in place, and these are kind of sprung so they want to close. So hook the hog ring around your first piece of plastic and then close it in under the ring, which I've not done. Now if you make a mistake like I did there, just open the hog ring up again and putting the pliers through the hole in the fabric, the opening in the fabric. I'll just get another ring. There we go. And just make sure it catches. Got it this time. So you've got to go side to side. Good, that's all the hog rings on, and then we'll just have to adjust the fabric and I'll show you the next stage. Okay, so that's all our hog rings done. So we need to make sure that this fabric is sitting right on the seat. As you can see, it's a little bit rocked, but the next stage is, this is like a gripper channel, if you like, and there's a piece of plastic on the other side which slips into this, but you've kind of got to double over on itself. So it can be a little bit difficult. So I am just going to make sure that the seat fabric is down enough and that the armrest holes are in the right place for the fabric. So it's need to come down a little bit on this side. And then if I flip the seat so that I've got full access to this plastic, just get it in a comfy position. And then this foam goes under. Right, this can be quite tight, so it's better to have some quite grippy gloves rather than just your bare hands, because that'll give you an extra bit of purchase. Okay, so this piece of plastic needs to go 180 degrees and then slip into the channel. You need to get an eye on it. Yep, that's it, going in there. And just get the rest of it and just feed it all the way to the end. And sometimes you get a nice satisfying clip like that. Good, I think that's successful there. Let's see how it looks. So the fabric's nice and tight in all the important places, and that'll mean it's not going to start riding all over the place. So now we can put our squab on. Okay, we need to put this squab on, and as you can see there are 4 captive nuts on the seat, and these spline head bolts are what we need. So we slip the seat in there, and then we need to flip it round. And I've got a little extension, and just obviously line up the holes. Can be a little bit awkward. I need a longer extension. Thank you. Okay, that's caught. Now we'll just zap them on with the power tool. Good, now that squab's on, we're ready for armrest. So I have 2 armrests matching. Oops. So you get a bolt, and there is some thread lock on there, but I'm going to put some more on it. Okay, because these armrests, they have a habit of coming off, and this is really strong thread lock. And my spline tool never goes in these, so I find I have to put it into a deep 10mm socket. Sometimes these are reluctant to come out of their drives. Okay, so we've got some thread lock on there. So there is a locator. Oops, put it on the square. There it goes. Hopefully that stays on. Good. Just make sure it's nice and tight, and it all operates freely up and down, and the little adjuster works properly. Once you're happy with that, you can slide that back on, bang it into place. Just get the thread. Okay, so next job is plastics. Okay, we're nearly finished the seat, so all we've got to do is put the side plastics on, and the height adjuster, the backrest adjuster, and the lumbar adjuster dials. And these are the screws for the height adjuster, and these are little clips for the front of these plastics, and then we can put the back finisher plastic on. Right, so when you're fitting plastics to a transporter seat, there are some pronged stilts, whatever you want to call them, and you have to get them in the exact right place, otherwise you can just cause yourself future troubles. They're quite awkward, but they will fit nicely. And then there's a little grip in there, and that goes in, just in there. And then your backrest adjuster, just work out where the gaps are. You shouldn't have to force anything. I say this because I've made all these mistakes myself by forcing stuff. Good, that's our lumbar. And again, we've got the little clip right up the corner here. And this fits tight over. I just don't want to force them in and break them. And while we're up here, good. And now the finishing piece at the back. Again, just be careful you put everything in the right place. Okay, everything's sitting right. And then all we've got to do is fit some trims to the headrest bits. Okay, I found my finishing trims for the top. Just need to put them on. Yeah, that looks right. And then that's going to be an easy one. Snap that on. And then headrest. And then 2 more clips that we didn't do on the plastics. They go just under here, called screw rivets or scrivets. You just push them in with your thumb. So we have successfully built a seat for a transporter. I hope you enjoyed that and hope you find it useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.